Hello. All right, so, hi, I'm Dawn. I'm in my actual yard. This is my bona fide RV right behind me here. I'm in my RV park, and I'm doing a little experiment regarding history, like a quick history idea. I know, right? She's in a trailer park and it's history. I don't know why I do this, but here's the thing. A lot of the kids who live in the RV park around me are homeschooled. And I thought, well, this might be kind of a fun thing, you know, for me to do a little this to inform them quickly about a fun topic in history that maybe I know a lot about, and you know, at least get them interested in the subject. And I do know a lot about history. I got a degree in it. I've written stuff. I've worked in museums. All that being said, if you're watching this and digging on this and I get something wrong, or you think I get something wrong, look it up. I'm not looking up everything. Here's the challenge. Here's what I've done. I have in this coffee mug from the House on the Rock in the Wisconsin Dells, my favorite place on earth. I have little slips of paper that each have a subject in history that I'm particularly good at. I know stuff about. And I'm going to draw one, and then I'm going to give myself a timer. I'm giving myself 3 minutes to try to do something cool and to give you like enough information that you could like pass a quiz depending on your education. And so it seems to me that given the state of things in education, bless their hearts, and politics, bless their hearts, you know, maybe my trailer trash brethren are not the only ones that could benefit from a little fun time in history. So I got my 3 minutes on the clock. The subjects possible to be drawn out of here. Do I tell you the subjects ahead of time that are I'll tell you. It's the novel Frankenstein. It is the American Revolution, the Revolutionary War. It is the man George Washington, who's right. I know we all love George Washington. And what else is in there? Ooh, the Golden Age of Piracy. And then there's one boring one, just as like a test case. Not boring. No history is boring. But the 7 Years' War. You don't even know what that is probably, right? So that's kind of the wild card. And I know it's kind of loud. There's like a generator running. I live by an airport. Tough. What do you want from me? Okay. House on the Rock. Mug of Destiny. The subject that I get 3 minutes to talk about. That's President George Washington. I can't, I admit I'm glad. I swear to God, they're not all General George Washington. I swear to God. But I'm also be lying to you if I said that wasn't the one I really want to do. Only 3 minutes. Okay, starting. The man General George Washington. Okay, he is, as you know, the first president of the United States of America. Not 1776. That was merely when we signed the Declaration of Independence. He didn't become president until after we had won the War of Independence in 1780. See, there's something you should look up. And he was like the only man for the job. Prior to being president of the United States, he was a soldier and a farmer. He owned a lot of land and was a really good farmer. Married the rich widow Martha Custis, which was a good move. She wasn't that good looking, but she had kids, which he couldn't have because of the smallpox that he got when he was a kid. But he raised them kids like his own, so was a pretty good stepdad, good farmer, good dude. Was a soldier for the British. What? I know, because it was the French and Indian War, which was, in case you're unfamiliar, the English against the French and the Indians who were together. So George Washington first fought with the British, was trained by the British, and I only made it 48 seconds. And real good looking, and that teeth thing is true. He did have bad teeth, which meant his breath was probably bad, but that's okay because of how tall he was. He was 6'4", big broad shoulders, and just made of sex. Footnote, not actually made of sex. You should also look that up too. Anyway, he was not a great soldier, not a bad soldier, super brave, super honest, but he effed up big time on one of his first missions. His job was to deliver a message to a French general. He had a Native American guide helping him out. He gets to the French general to to deliver the message, and the Native American guy puts an axe through the guy's head, and that was not what was supposed to happen, so he got in trouble and almost quit. But all of that to say, later, once the revolution starts bubbling and we get the Declaration of Independence, which is signed on July 2nd, 1776, you must know, wasn't ratified until July 4th, and it looks like we're going to need some guns to fight the British, which is going to be capital H hard, because the British are the biggest, baddest guys the world has ever seen, and they fought wars forever. And we're like, oh no, we don't have any guns, we don't have any guys, we don't have an army, we don't have anything, what are we going to do? And George Washington, you know what he did? He didn't say, we need to get an army, we need to blah, blah, blah. You know what he did? He wore his uniform and just sat in the room looking awesome. And I'd be like, we don't know, we don't have enough guys, what are we supposed to do? And he'd be like, I know. And then, guys, once the war was actually declared, he was so darn good at what he did, and he could get people together, he could make them braver. He had his horse shot out from underneath him twice, he had a hat shot off his head, bullet holes in all his jackets, but he never took a bullet. That's 3 minutes. Son of a gun. As you can imagine, man. Whew, all right, but that's it. That's the 3 minutes on George Washington. Hey, if you like this stuff, the only way I know it is if you give me these things. And I got more subjects, so I don't know. Maybe you see me again. Bye. Bye, George Washington. I love you. Bye.